Hello, everyone out there in Facebook land. I'm Kelly Kraft, Program Manager at Gilda's Club Quad Cities, and you have joined us for our Open to Options workshop. I'm just going to load this live stream on my phone so I can monitor for any comments and questions that we have, and I will get us started. So let me share my screen for our PowerPoint here. All right, so let's get started. Today, we're going to talk about open to options. A little about what I'm going to go over today. First off, what Gilda's Club does, in case somebody hasn't heard who's watching out there tonight. A little bit about cancer support community, what even is open to options, some of the benefits to it, and how to get an open to options session if you're interested. So first off, a little bit about Gilda's Club Quad Cities. So we are a cancer support community that provides free support to anyone impacted by cancer. So that is the person with an active diagnosis right now, that's survivors, adult friends and family, and kids and teens. Anyone impacted by a cancer diagnosis is welcome at Gilda's Club. And some of our programs are support groups, educational workshops, healthy lifestyle activities. So that's like yoga, social events, and we're also a hub for resources and referrals. So anyone in the community impacted by a diagnosis can call us if ever they're running into any issues that they would need a resource or referral for. So transportation, financial, etc. If you're running into any problems, don't hesitate to give us a call. We probably have something in our back pocket to give to you. So cancer support community, that is our headquarters, our worldwide, and just reading this off to you, as the largest professionally led nonprofit network of cancer support worldwide, the cancer support community is dedicated to ensuring that all people impacted by cancer are empowered by knowledge, strengthened by action, and sustained by community. So today we're going to talk about open options. It's one of our lesser used programs that I think is a very powerful program. So Open to Options is a free one-on-one decision support counseling program. It's really there for if anyone is facing a fork in the road in their cancer treatment. So maybe you're deciding between treatment A with these side effects and treatment B with these other side effects, and your doctor is saying, hey, you need to make a decision on which one you want to do. It helps you get all of your questions and thoughts and that big cloud of what ifs that's in your mind when you're having to make a decision, gets it on paper, and you leave with a personalized list of questions and concerns that you can bring to your doctor's appointment. And theoretically, if you get all of the answers to those questions, you should have all the tools that you need to make your decision. It doesn't make it for you, but it gives you what you need to make that decision. So we offer open options in person or on Zoom or via phone if necessary, but it works best in person or on Zoom. And open to options is always done with a licensed mental health professional. So here are just some benefits. It really helps you organize your thoughts when it comes to making these decisions. And it helps reduce anxiety and distress when we're trying to make these decisions. We have multiple options in front of us. There are a lot of what ifs, and if I do this, then what happens if I didn't do this? Or you have a lot of questions popping in and out of your mind all the time, and it can help reduce a lot of that. It can help you feel more prepared for your appointment. Doctors love it. They report a more productive doctor's appointment. And then knowing that you're getting the information that you need to make your treatment decision. So what does one of these sessions look like? So you sit down with one of our licensed mental health professionals, and you'll tell that person about your diagnosis and the different options that you have in front of you. So it may be some options that you heard from your doctor, that they say you have A, B, and C to choose from. Maybe some options that maybe you read about online, or you've done some research, or at one of our educational webinars, something that you've seen that you're like, hey, would this be an option for me for treatment? And we'll get all those on our paper. We're going to talk about your support system. We'll talk a lot about your goals and your concerns. And then at the end, we'll come up with that list of questions. You can bring that list of questions to your doctor's appointment and get all the answers that you need. Usually these appointments, our open option sessions last 45 minutes to an hour. And we all know that we can write down our list of questions for our doctors. We know that we can do that. But what makes open options so unique and so helpful is you're an active participant in the formulation of this questions list. So we're not just handing you a list of questions like, here, this is what you should ask your doctor. You are an active participant in making that question list. It's going to be your words on the page. We're not going to use jargon. We're going to use the wording that you use. You will watch as the facilitator writes down what you say in all the categories, and you can make any edits that you think are necessary. How I do it when I'm with somebody for an open option session, either if they're there with me or on Zoom, I have this working document out in front of us. I'm typing into it as they're talking to me. If it's on Zoom, I'm sharing my screen so they can see it, because it's really a collaborative effort to get this question list. So this is what an open options printout looks like. So again, talking about the situation. So the first part we're going to go over is what's going on. What's your diagnosis? What are any background things that anyone involved in your treatment and your decision need to know? And then what are your options? Again, this can be things that your doctor put out in front of you, or things that you're curious if this is an option for you for treatment. Your network, so that's who's helping you through this treatment. So those are going to be maybe doctors and your loved ones at home that may be supporting you. Anyone that you feel is somebody your doctor should know is part of your network. And then your goals. So this is treatment goals, of course, but it's also life goals. So at the end of treatment, where do you want to be? What are your goals in life and during treatment? So maybe you're somebody with kids or somebody who works and needs to keep a job. If you're needing to be able to take care of someone else during your treatment or be able to go to work during treatment, that's something that your doctor needs to know so that they can manage side effects during that treatment, so you can keep doing the things that you need to do. Or if there's something that's very important to you as a person, that maybe traveling is something that you don't feel like yourself if you're not able to do that, and that's something that is a goal for your life in the long run, we need to know that so that we can get you the right treatment to get you to that point. And then evaluation is where we put that question list. So whenever we're talking through this treatment decision and getting any of the pieces on this paper, if one of them ends with a question mark, we're throwing it down in the bottom evaluation section. And at the end, that evaluation section should be a whole list of your questions that you should bring to your doctor's appointment. So at the end of an open to option session, the facilitator will go over your list. I go over it top to bottom with the people in my sessions and make any changes. I say, does that sound like a good snapshot? Is that everything you want to include? Is there something that you don't think is important? Because we always want to keep it just one page to make it easy for your doctor to read and easy for you to get everything out during your appointment. We don't want it to be too long. So we want to make it concise, take out anything that isn't necessary in there, but make sure that we bring in all the pieces and make sure that the wording is right and feels like it's you. If you get home and realize there are changes that you need to make to that document, because we make all those changes, we don't leave it editable. We make all the changes for you. You can always call or email us, and we'll make those changes for you and give you the new updated question list. So at the end, if it's in person, we print a PDF of your list, however many copies you want. If it's on Zoom, we'll email you a copy. We can also, if it's in person, we can print and email you a copy so you have it to print more at home if you lose it or something like that. Some people like to bring 2 copies to their appointment, one for themselves and one to physically hand to their doctor, so that the doctor has that information in front of them. And some people just like to bring one so that they can read those questions off to the doctor. And just want to make sure everybody knows doctors love open options. Just a couple of the reasons. They know that you're prepared, that you're really thinking about the options that you have in front of you and making an informed decision. Appointments tend to stay on track and are more productive. And they know that at the end, both of you will be on the same page about your decision because they'll know that you thought it through. And they also know that you have another support system working with you. One, all the support systems that you put in your network, but also that Gilda's Club Quad Cities is, you know, a piece of your team and that they know that you have us on your side. And then later in treatment, what if we run into another fork in the road? So sometimes we start treatment A, B, or C, and then it just doesn't feel right either. You know, it's not working the way that they hoped it would, or it's giving you side effects nobody expected, et cetera, et cetera. There's always sometimes when we may need to change treatment, even though we're in the middle of treatment. Open Options isn't a one-time program. We can use it anytime we're facing a fork in the road. So that could be when somebody's starting treatment and having to decide that initial treatment. It could be if it's time to change treatments, or if it's just thinking about changing treatments, that this is working, but it's not my favorite. If you're just kind of putting the idea out there to change treatments, thinking about clinical trials. There are a lot of questions that can surround clinical trials. And also thinking about if treatment isn't working or isn't working for you, thinking about stopping treatments. If that's a decision that you're making, Open Options may be right for you too. And then of course, how to get an Open Options appointment. So first off, become a member of Gilda's Club Quad Cities. If you're already a member, then you're good to go. If not, we make it really easy. You can fill out our annual membership form online, or you can give us a call and we'll get one to you and get you set up with a new member orientation. And then once you're a member of Gilda's Club, you can contact us to sign up for an appointment, or we also have standing appointments on our calendar now. Starting this month, we have one on January 21st at 1 o'clock and January 24th at 11 o'clock. And you can sign up for those on our website, and you can also call and we can sign you up for it. Those are just one person can sign up at each of those because it's a one-on-one program. But also if those fill up or those don't work for you, you have Kelsey's email address out here, my email address, or you can give us a call and we'll set something up that works with our in your schedule. So I am going to check the Facebook for any questions. We do have somebody who said that on the Facebook that Gilda's Club Quad Cities has been near to their heart for 20 years, and we thank you so much, and that we're their favorite charity. So thank you so much for mentioning that. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. We're at 563-326-7504, or email us at gc@gildasclubqc.org. Thank you all so much for joining in, and we will see you again soon.